Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the, what are we calling this? The Jeb Pod, the It's a
The,
Wonderful Jeb,
the inaugural
the inaugural, the preseason, the New Year, New Jeb, 25 years of fantasy slop.
team. We have been doing this for 25 years. That's that's longer than Derek Jeter played baseball. No,
Yeah, it's 2020. I thought it was
I
like 18.
compare I compare a lot of things in life. I think about like how much Jeter did something because there's a lot of things I've done like twice as many years as him, and I still suck at them. And
So you're not as good as Jeter, is what you're
I'm
saying?
not as good as Jeter. That's what I'm saying.
That's a long list.
Yeah,
Yeah, welcome. There's a little bit of, I'd like to, first of all, thank my brother Joey for the musical intro,
good
um,
stuff.
which, is probably going out right now, fading out.
hmm
Hopefully, if I
hmm
know how to remix all this video production in post. Um, 25 years of fantasy slop. I think it might be even 26. I think it's 25. There was,
Yeah, I think the beginning of things is a little bit murky, but like, so let's place it in time. The beginning, it doesn't start with CBS Sports, right? That's like the last 20.
correct. There were two iterations previously, and all my statistics start with 2002. But there was a 2000 year where we did Sandbox,
Sandbox.
Sandbox, which was a hellacious site, and it was just like six of us. I have no records of that except what I drafted, like Jeter and
Mhm. We
Pedro.
don't even remember like title winners. We don't remember anything. I just remember
No,
the site. Yeah.
I think Tammy won actually that year. Tammy was Athena's friend from San Francisco and a baseball nut. So
All the way back from then. So I remember Tammy. Did she play in? Did she stay? Was she with us for a while?
she was 3 years, three
Yeah.
years. And
I also I do remember about Tammy that I want to talk about trades later maybe or another episode, but she was one who you had to be careful how you presented the trade because she was always just going to be like sure, and and see, but you got to be fair. You got to put up a
yeah.
reasonable.
Well, when we get to trades, maybe that'll be the pre-draft special when we get to
Okay.
that. There's a little teaser on the episodes that we're kind of contemplating
Whoa,
doing.
pre-draft special.
Yeah.
I think that one is beyond teaser. Like I think we're dropping that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, we're teasing it now that we'll be doing it.
Oh,
We're
oh,
teasing it now that we have a rough sketch of this episode, number one, inaugural, new year, welcome, while we kind of get our feet under us and figure out what the
yeah,
hell a podcast is, even though
yeah,
there's only going to be 12, maybe 15 people watching it if Taz
yeah.
and Nancy get in.
I think we're going to approach 12 on a
Yeah.
good week.
I'll bet
I
half our,
think we're gonna pepper the audience with episodes. They won't even be
yeah,
able to. I don't
I bet half our owners don't even watch. I'm putting it at you.
Well,
I don't
I
know who
will
I was
watch
pointing to.
us at least once while we
Yeah.
record it.
Exactly. Exactly. We're gonna have several hundred thousand views, and you and me count for several hundred thousand.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I wanted to do one thing real quick while we're babbling and introing. I'm changing my name. Whoops.
Oh yeah.
Stupid head.
Uh, about
There we go.
30% of the Jeb is just names. It's just names.
It's kind of the funnest part. Nice lead in. Nice lead in. That is
Yeah.
our first topic. First, I always like to. Oh, I guess we can end with the. You know what? Let a beginner end with the Simpsons quote. So we'll end since we're already
And
5 minutes in, and we're kind of rolling right
yes,
now. We're
that
rolling,
sounds
baby.
good. That sounds good.
We're rolling.
I will say, as the words were coming out of my mouth, I realized that was segueing us, but I didn't start to say
We're
it like in
natural.
the connection. It's bullshit. It's a lie. Let's count his lie. Are we gonna have like we should have an intern here, like taking notes and anyway.
I know. Well, the intern implies they work for free, right?
Yeah.
Think I'm the intern.
Oh yeah. Well, note that I'm down. I've got at least one confirmed lie.
Um, yeah, so this is actually we're exactly 2 weeks out from the Jeb 26 draft. So this is usually when people start to, brainstorm team names, which has
Yeah.
always been one of my favorite parts. But unfortunately, you only get one team name a year.
Yeah.
And I know a couple people, myself included, have a running text list on my computer that I renew each year of
Nice.
that I think throughout.
I You may not know this, but I have, it's kind of like a Robert Hunter, the lyricist for the Grateful Dead. I
Mhm.
have a person who waits for the new year, and I reach out to him, and he's kind of like my name generator. I think only once his,
What?
yeah, I have a person,
Secret's out.
my Jeb historical, it's kind of like a phone a friend. And I'm like, all right, new year, dish me some names. True.
Okay. Cheater, cheater. Derek Cheater.
Derek Jeter, Derek Cheater, 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 Cheater. But I
Um,
usually don't take his names because mine are usually inside jokes with myself. But
exactly,
which is
exactly.
why I'm not on the list of the greatest names.
The list of the
Name wise.
greatest names. Where did I have that? So, in order, honorable mention. Go. Where did I put that? I wrote it down somewhere.
You have
Eh,
it in your listicles now.
yeah. I think I. That's so weird.
Yeah.
So yeah. So basically, we kind of did a grab around yesterday, so I'm going from that. Props to me, of course, for the
Yes,
team
of
team
course.
names, team name.
Yes.
But also Rob Wolf and Pat Hardy get major props for I think 100% Simpsons related team names.
There's kind of like three award categories. I'm gonna make this up as I go. There's just like the dedication to Simpsons award names, and related to that, there's just sort of the best names. But then you also have the people that kind of like uh, create a theme, like their names, like
Yes,
you recognize them. And then you have like Callahan, who's been using the same name for a while, which is
he
its own thing.
he gets into his Circus Ophir. He used in
Circus of
2007
Fear.
after
Yeah,
Play to Shrimp, and then 18 years later he rolled back around to Play to Shrimp in 2023.
nice.
2007. So that's 16 years. How was Babby formed?
Yeah.
Moe's cricket team. So he dips into the Simpsons. I'd
Nice.
like to give props also. Obviously Owen, but he's only been doing 3 years. Tom Suggs is usually very good, but he's also only been doing it 8 years. So honorable
Yeah.
mention to those guys. And a little behind the, open the kimono behind the curtains on my team names. I never or rarely, except for this year, um, I rarely use a strict Simpsons name. It's a Simpson kernel
Yeah.
or a plant, and then I'll try and go
Yeah.
off off
Yeah.
off record with it.
Yeah.
For
I think one of my favorite of mine, since I'm on the list of like the poor names that nobody can kind of
the half
identify
the
with,
half-assers.
um, tastes like burning. That's one of mine where it takes it takes a moment in a Simpsons
2010.
episode, and I don't know. I like that one.
Man.
That
You do
was
you,
that was that was authored by the one and only Chris Clark, my own Robert Hunter for Jeb
gotcha.
name
You do
generation.
you do go strict Simpsons every now and then, like Canyon
Every
Era,
now and
No
then.
Bulls. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's the beauty of the naming, and it's one of the first things I do when I renew the season is I delete everyone's team name from last year and the
Yeah.
rosters and all that stuff and
Yeah.
all the chat and all that.
If
But that forces everyone to re-up.
if we were like to go back 25 years, I would approach it maybe differently uh, and go after this lifetime naming award. It's kind of like my email. Like I didn't know I was giving myself like I didn't know I was establishing something when I was doing it. I don't know what I'm saying.
I am
I
sharing
just,
the screen right now. Everyone, all our owners
oh
should have. I
yeah,
emailed this a while ago over the holidays of
yeah,
all the team names in creation. And speaking of theme names, we've got Patrick Farabee right here with his Guilford run.
It's
Guilford.
Guilford Run.
And it ties
But
in with The Simpsons for the soup strainers, Deuce's
how
Cabooses,
how
Spiderfish.
quickly in our league, you don't have to answer this accurately, just how quickly in this league did Patrick start winning titles? Did he just like come in? I
That's
feel
some
like the
bold right here.
spider,
He won one. He won in about 10 years. He won 2013 with the Guilford Space Coyotes.
he's only won once.
Yeah,
Patrick.
Farabee. Oh,
Oh, this different Patrick.
Pat, wasn't Patrick Farabee your friend? No?
No.
When was he?
Who the hell?
See, we've had so many people come in
Oh,
by
yeah, yeah.
friends of friends. I thought it was yours.
So
Oh,
okay, oh
Hardy.
my, yeah. So Guilford's not even happening. That's like a. This is the moment where Rich realizes that the Patricks were different people.
Getting old, boss.
Yeah.
No, Hardy
Okay.
has won three. He's won three, 2009, 14, and 19. These
And he
guys.
did come in. Oh, and he even won a Yankee year. Fuck him. So, Patrick.
Yeah.
I'm talking directly to you. Fuck you, Patrick.
I think with Keith and Rob winning in the last 3 or 4 years, it's been a clean. And Ryan Russell won last year, even though
Yeah.
it
And
is the near
Sunil, God bless him, Sunil, I believe, made a run,
made the playoffs for the first time.
made the
Maybe the
playoffs.
second, I forget.
Nice job.
I know, and he was one of my honorable mentions team names because he has a Nelson theme running, which I
Right.
expect him to continue. Nelson's Requiem, Crushing Defeat,
Yeah.
Nelson Wins, Nelson's Revenge, Nelson's Revenge again.
Yeah.
How's that basically? Um, so this is also a good list of the people who have come and gone.
Go up to Rob's list again. Here's something about Rob. Rob's list is like it's cerebral. His names are like little New York Times bestsellers. Like they're
He
all
kind
there's a I
he
don't
kind of
know.
does what I do. Like half the time I just go straight Simpsons, and
Yeah.
half the time like Brokeback Smithers. Was that an actual thing, or did he interpolate that?
That's kind of like what do you call it when like it just seems like it actually happened and over time it becomes
Yeah,
like Brokeback Smithers just sounds like
it might have
it's a
been.
thing.
Yeah, he might have pulled that one. But most of them are pretty straight up. Worker and Parasite, Leave It Carvello's Budding Challenge, and again, or I was about to say, and because this is, if nothing else, a podcast of sidetracks and tangents.
Yes.
um,
So each episode is 4 hours.
each, each episode of this podcast will be four on the short
4
side.
hours on the
We'll
short
just
side.
keep repeating stuff.
But yeah.
No, the beauty of the team name is you could put on, I think they stream on Disney now. You could put on any Simpsons episode, and you're guaranteed like 15 team names right off the bat, and
Right.
in 22
Right.
minutes.
Yeah.
So if you're stuck, just throw it on, and you'll have that's why they're brilliant, and that's why we are the Jebediah Springfield Pioneer League, a name which I gave it the very first minute of us going with the CBS Sports, which actually was Sportsline before CBS bought it back in like 2004 or so. Um, we've always done the Commissioner League. We pay a little extra for full customization,
Hmm.
and they also gave us the custom URL and all that cute stuff instead of some random hexadecimal number. JSP.cbssports.com, something like that.
Jennifer drink.
Oh, I'm gonna stop sharing because everyone has this. Did we cover team
Well,
names?
well,
Everyone's got one. I'd like to give a quick nod to, and this might be a segue into something else, Mister. I don't know if you can see my mouse
oh
here.
yeah.
It says Tico here, 2016, the New Age Rider.
It it
Was
was yeah, go ahead.
it was technically. Let me do the backstory, then you can flavor it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The backstory is we had only 11 owners. It's the only time we've ever really come up short. By
Yeah.
one, we had not a number. And so I created a ghost team with an alternate email that I had. And since Tico obviously wasn't going to do it, I just made the
So here's
Tico.
my question, and it's not a loaded
And he
question,
is a
but
new rage rider, and the high tech junkie was me. And we performed the night of Ton of Grits
nice.
for the
I
opening
I
act.
can't remember if I knew that it was a ghost team at the time. And I like the idea that I didn't because it came up in the last year, and it seemed like like it was just a surprise, and it was a that was that was fun to find out.
Yeah, I don't.
I might have known
I
it
mean,
in time.
it wasn't a secret at the time. I wasn't. I'm not that sneaky.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
definitely a
Yeah,
thing.
a
And
lot of my life is it seems like things are happening that are a surprise, but I just forgot. And
well, you got
it's
so
just
much going on. I mean, there's only so much brain space you can hold all these things.
yes. Yes.
We're actually at the 15-minute mark,
Nice.
and I haven't seen any clear cuts, so this one we might just run it through.
Nice.
Um,
The studio audience is quiet.
well, that was yeah. I mean, we were gonna we're gonna do a list of the day, but generally going over the the team names. I think that counts as
Yeah.
unless you have some favorite team names. There's literally 2,600, almost
281.
250, 300 team names. So
Yeah.
you guys at home watching, play along. You have your sheets. You have the
Yeah.
PDFs I sent out a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago, so you guys can
I,
pick your own out.
it matters, right? It matters. Because
Yeah,
it's actually it used to be that your name got locked in as soon as the draft happened. I don't
yeah.
think it's that way anymore.
It
I
is not,
remember,
but it's bad mojo to change it after the
yeah.
draft.
So
Seriously bad
let's
mojo.
I we're gonna reference our late friend Joe Williams now and again.
I was
And
about to anyway.
he was the first one that I just
And we,
remember. He would just change his name, and I didn't know, and it was like not that, or it was a little bit opaque who the person was behind it. You'd have to click on standings, and I never knew when I was playing them because it would change. I don't know. That's a
I,
big mistake.
I might have reamed him out for it one year. I was like,
Yeah.
stop doing that, you bastard. And it's so Joe.
Yeah,
Irreverent.
it is.
Which actually was one of his team names, Mr. Irrelevant. The last year,
Mr. Irrelevant.
Cliff. His last year was 2019, Cliff.
Cliff.
And then COVID hit, and we did a shortened season, but no money or no champions. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
but whoa, whoa, whoa,
whoa,
whoa, whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
brother.
whoa.
Bite your tongue. That was
Queens of Summertime
Queens of Summertime. It's locked in. You could put an asterisk if
is,
you want,
there's no
but
asterisk.
I'm saying this to Patrick. 3 titles. I don't know. You will beat me to the next one,
I was going
but
to say, you
I
guys
don't
are
know. I
tied at
don't know.
3.
Yeah, I don't have a rivalry there. I will say this about Patrick because I wanted to haze some owner, right? I talked about that, but Patrick is sometimes you'll create rivals and the other person or entity doesn't even know they're part of it. But
That
um,
backwards? Why is it backwards?
but he has the most dominating record against me. He's like 2 out of 3 against me, which is
Ah.
not. I think that's true, but he also said something once that it was so fair, but man, he cut me down to size in all the right ways. I had said something in the list, in the email list, and he just said, like, what have you won lately? And it's
Yeah.
like, and every year that passes, it's like, oh God, what have I won lately?
That's
And if
right.
I ignore the pandemic here, anyway, it's not about me, Dan. It's about
And
Patrick.
I'm going to give you the title of Master of Segways because that also brings up our cumulative wins. We were looking
Mm.
at this, and Richie is in the lead for cum wins. Pat Hardy
I
and
scale up.
Richie have 3 champions each, three titles each. I have 6, as I was kind of displaying on my
Yeah,
coffee mug, but you couldn't see that.
yeah,
One for the other thumb, as licensed by Richie Parker. I
yeah,
think you gave me that one,
yeah.
or Tom Brady, I forget. Um,
I like to say six bird. No, I
but
don't.
overall wins over this is every win, every record since 2002. I don't have all the people that aren't currently in it because fuck them.
Right. Yeah.
They'd probably be somewhere between Sunil and Tom. Some of those guys, like Doug Ruggiero was in it for 8 years. Joey Pack was in it for a good 12 years. Joe Williams for a good 12 years. Patrick Farabee about 10, 12. Dave
Who?
B. Who's Dave
Let's
B? Dave Brock?
let's can we just take a moment and call out sort of gaps? Like, so here's my complaint about you, Mr. Stephen Hennish. Sometimes I don't think you're waking up in the morning and opening up your jab and like sometimes it feels like you have a life outside of this league. But he left us for a few years.
He
Am I
did.
right?
He bailed for 3 years. He said his excuse was because he was stressing too much. He was opening it up like 10 times a day and stressing about every
Yeah,
little
that
thing.
is fair because I mean,
So
like,
it might have done
you
him some
know,
good to take the time off. I think it
yeah,
did. Because he came
yeah,
back, and then the last 2 or 3 years, Devin and has basically been managing his team anyway. So,
yeah. Those were dark years.
yeah, I don't know when were
Yeah,
those. So, Steven
yeah.
has a big blank on there 2009, 10, and 11. I think
Mm.
his kids were probably born by then, but probably in the, pain in the ass 2, 3, 4 year old range. So he probably felt a little too much going on. Life
Hey,
and how to live it.
I don't
So
know.
yeah, so if you look, the original, there's an original five. Richie, Rob, Dean, Keith, and Steve, but Steve's got the gap years, so
He's got the
he
gap
pulls off a
years.
little. He was an original founder though.
Yeah.
Freddie came in 3 years later at 2005. So that's where he's at. Pat Hardy came in 2008, and he's already,
Came in hot. Look you look at that stacked bar chart.
um,
His bottom two layers came in hot. Took a
look,
title.
yeah. Oh, totally. Look at that.
Here's another thing about I don't want to get like I just want to look just a call out. It's going to come up in the draft episode, but I think
Mm.
I'm wedged between maybe not you, Patrick. Patrick scares me in the draft anyway. He's right in front of me, and then he'll be right behind me.
Oh, you mean in 2006 draft order? We'll get to
Yeah.
that. That's totally
Okay.
a next
Okay.
episode,
Okay. Okay.
unless we have more shit. And this, if we keep babbling on for another 20, 30 minutes, I'm gonna have to split this in two. Just a heads up.
Part one of our inaugural episode,
I don't think anyone wants to
followed
listen
by
to us for
part two.
50 minutes, but 2 20 minutes might work out.
Yeah.
That's a management
They know
decision.
what they signed up for.
Talk to them.
Okay.
But if you look in the upper right of this, because I'm still screen sharing, Pat definitely has the 598 winning percentage.
Yeah.
Rich, you're pretty close in the 576. Rob,
Yeah.
Dean
Yeah.
in the 560s. Keith with the 560s, which was startling that Keith and Rob Wolf didn't have a championship. They led in wins up until
Right.
recently, and Rob's still
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
for 20 years. And
Yeah.
then Rob finally won in
Yeah.
2021, and Keith
It
won
was
in
kind of like we were
2024.
all rooting for them, but
Oh, totally.
it ruins a little bit of sort of infamy. Like it
Like,
was better when the Cubs and the Red Sox hadn't won the title,
yeah,
but
it was cute. They were the lovable losers, but now that
yeah.
this goes out to Rob and Keith, is that hey, you're not lovable losers anymore. All
Let me put you on the spot for a second. You got to like in 3 seconds, you got to answer this, and you have to package the whole thing into just a simple answer.
right, hold on. I'm gonna stop sharing here. Get back to full
Oh no,
screen.
no, you need to reshare. Oh, well,
Oh,
you know it. Yeah, but is the question is is Patrick is he a Hall of Famer yet?
yeah.
Okay.
I
I might make him wait till second ballot. He's got to pay his dues.
He's got 3 rings.
Yeah, whatever.
And he's got a 598 win percentage. I mean, like Sandy Koufax only pitched
Okay,
for
how
about
about
14
this?
years,
How
but
about this? Ryan is not a Hall of Famer yet. How about that?
Ryan,
Yeah,
I'll give you that one. Ryan, in 5 years and one championship. Ooh, that's pretty good.
pretty
I've
good
been
winning
to
at that.
25. I've got six, so I'm one every 4 years.
Ooh,
25 and three. You're one every 8 years. Pat
yeah,
is, I don't know, the 17,
yeah,
18 years, three. So he's one every 6 years, give or take two.
yeah. Maybe someday we'll have a losers episode, and but it'll all be loving. I
I
don't
think
know.
I have that in. That was one of your first notes to
I
do
was like,
future
there's got to be a
episodes.
losers.
You're full of heart, kid. You're full of heart.
Meeting one. There will
Ditto,
be a losers
ditto.
episode.
Yeah, I got definitely. Oh yeah, no, it's right here. Richie wants to haze one owner each
Oh yeah,
episode,
yeah.
but also
I
praise
do. I
one.
have a note. I have a haze and a praise ready.
Okay. Well, we're at 25 minutes, and
I'll
there's
save it for
obviously
part two.
there's obviously a lot of stuff we can do. We did spreadsheets, compilations, did the list, did the team names. I think we've covered a lot. If you want to start,
Uh,
winding down a little and getting
okay,
into what do you
okay.
got? You got a praise and a haze.
How about I'll throw I'll throw the haze out, and then I'll ask you for praise. And don't be afraid of being corny and giving accolades, but also don't be afraid of having it like be backhanded praise. But my haze is kind of a callback to an owner that can't defend himself, and it's kind of like the classic. We have a guy that we love. We like to call out
You're
from
going there. That's my haze too. Do it.
Glenn
Do it.
Bartel,
Do
the
it.
Ithaca
Yes.
Brown Dogs
The
in the
Ithaca.
early years, right?
Lenny
So Glenn, I
Bartel.
hope someday you'll get to see this, but here you would put out these trades that were just like,
Oh shit.
like give
I'm
me
gonna
your
make a note.
99% owned first pitcher, and I will give you this guy. I'll give you three guys that if you add them up, they add up to the right hand of.
He would offer 10 dimes for $1 is what he would do.
and
Not
it
four
was
quarters,
hard.
but 10 dimes for $1. A master. And I remember
Yeah,
emailing you one time, like, is this guy for real?
yeah,
Does he not
yeah.
see it from the outside, you know? Because I've almost never tried to shortchange someone. Maybe once or twice I'll, you offer high or
Yeah,
low, hoping there'll be a
yeah.
little back and
I,
forth. But
I
he
I
would,
would agree. I think there is a code in our league that like sometimes people, it's hard to perceive the other person, so it might feel lopsided. But like there are not, we don't trade as much as we used to, but there are
no,
not lopsided
try to
trades.
get
I
at
think
least a couple
everybody's,
in.
yeah.
Each year. But I do spend the time to peruse other rosters.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I'll see what you're. Oh, you don't have a
yeah,
shortstop, and I've got two. So that's the
totally.
basis of a good
Perceive that
trade.
need there. Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
definitely.
and then everybody gets the late season email from Keith, like, dude, I want to trade. Let's fucking like, what do we got? And then he's like, and he wants to do the fair trade, and you try to work it out. And sometimes you do.
Oh shit! I just thought of another item for a topic. Definitely for maybe after the pre-draft, because the pre-draft special will be mostly about drafting and players.
Yeah, yeah.
This what's it going to be a lockout in 2027? Not jinxing it, knock on
Oh
wood, but
God. Oh God.
yeah, so that's all the way
Jesus.
out there. That's a gray cloud over and
Talk
over
about
for everybody.
dystopian America. But
But they won't. I don't think it'll be a full season. We're at 28 minutes, and we throw a little outro intro with Brother Joey's music.
is that we're out? Are we outroing?
This season in champs.
Dean, we pulled this together. We pulled a little jet
I think the
podcast.
half hour is the mark, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we're good. No one wants to listen to us for much longer. If they've stayed for this long, I appreciate you. We appreciate you sticking around.
Yeah.
Um, we will have a pre-draft special dropping, um, and a post-draft. Just to talk about hazing and praising.
In the draft special, the pre-draft special, will we got to throw some love and derogatory comments at Ryan for uh
I'm making a
transcendent
note of it.
a transcendent run there, built on
Ryan,
just the total homer, like for like a homer team, not
the
by
Phillies
Homer
picks.
Simpson, right? Like,
Philadelphia
I mean, he
Phillies.
went as homer as is possible. I think he out homered any of my Yankee teams of like even 2004, but
Did he win without Zach Wheeler? We're gonna get back
everybody
to you on
but
that.
I think he had 4 or 5 starters.
Yeah, I don't think he had Wheeler
And even
though.
he had like a sixth starter just waiting if he got.
I don't think Wheeler was one of them though. That might have been Carey's or something.
Yeah,
Carey
yeah,
had a rough injury year. Anyway, we're
yeah,
getting off topic on
yeah.
we're going deep. So we do
Anyway,
have
Ryan sucks.
pre-draft. But Ryan sucks because he's the reigning champ. So all the
Yeah,
barbs, slings, and arrows will be tossed
yeah,
your way.
yeah.
We have an
Luckiest.
AI episode.
What?
I don't know what that means. What could that
What?
be? I seriously have no idea what it means.
Maybe it was
um,
Al.
and the Simpsons quote of the day. I'd also like keep your ears and eyes open. Let me do a really quick share as a kind of a tease. Hold on, because Owen just showed this to me today,
Mm.
and it's really cool because, of course, I'm proud and, Papa.
Is it
He put
bleached?
together a whole site for his other league, in which he's the commissioner.
Damn.
And
Why are the kids so much better than us?
so much, dude, they do it through fan graphs and fan tracks, and they know all those whoopsies and oopsies and the stats back X plus OPS. But he put
Bullshit.
together most of the one that took a lot of time, effort, and is really cool. I played around with it. It's his draft. He has a
Yeah.
draft calculator, so you can say, I had to draft it, and he's all key for his league that he's got. His league is the District NC-17. Little take on our Little League district was Little League New York 17, so it says
Hmm.
17. It's cute.
Nice.
But it's an active live pull from Fangraph stats. And it's very cool, and I will share the URL when we get around to it. But I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my
Very cool.
one. Props, very coolish. And yeah, the next episodes, cue the music, and I'll have a good
See you
evening.
next time. If there's anything fluffier than a cloud, I don't want to know about it.